Hello children, welcome back to your English class. Children, we are doing chapter 1, the best Christmas present in the world. And in the last video, I explained you the usage of correct form of verbs and past and earlier past verbs. And the topics, the exercises related to these two topics also we have done in the book. Now please open your book, page number 17. Working with language. See, question 1, part 1 and second one, fill in the blanks using the correct form of verbs in brackets that we have already done. Now, if you can turn the page, the third one, underline the verbs and arrange them in two columns, past and earlier past. Fine. So, in this activity I have explained you the past verbs and the earlier past verbs. Fine. In the verbs where had is used, okay, that is called earlier past verbs. Now, moving on, see the second point, dictionary verb. Okay, so today we will be doing the second point, third point and fourth point given on page number 18 and 19. See today's topic, page number 18, phrasal verbs and noun phrase. Okay, now please pay attention in your books. Dictionary verb. By the end of the journey, we had run out of drinking water. Yes? In this sentence, what is a phrasal verb? The phrasal verb is run out. Okay? Now, why run out is a phrasal verb? See. Run out. Two different words, run and out. Now, as you know, what is a verb? Verb is a action word. Okay? So, run. Run is a verb here. And out. Out is a what? Preposition. Yes, that's why it's a phrasal verb. Where the preposition and the verb combined. Run out. It's a phrasal verb. Now look at the verb run out of in this sentence. It's a phrasal verb. It has two parts. A verb, a preposition, or at the place of preposition might be you can find a adverb also. Phrasal verbs often have meanings that are different from the meanings of their parts. Now, run out. Run out means shortage of. Anything which is short. That is the meaning of run out. But if you can separately see the meaning of run. Run is running and out is over or outside. Yes? But run out, the meaning of run out is completely different from the meanings of the separate words. Okay? Now find these phrasal verbs in the story. Burn out. See, now in burn out, burn is a verb and out is preposition. Light up, same thing, verb and preposition. Look on, run out, keep out. Okay, now what you have to do, according to the book, you have to find out these phrasal verbs in the story, that in which context they have been used. If you can find out these phrasal verbs in the story, you will be very clear that what is the meaning of that particular phrasal verb. Now burn out. Burn out is to burn something. Light up. As it's a self-explanatory phrasal verb, light up. for something. Run out is shortage of. Keep out. Yes. To stay away. Yes. Okay. Now write down the sentences in which they occur. Consult a dictionary and write down the meaning that you think matches the meaning of the phrasal verb in the sentence. Now children, basically what you have to do, you have to write down the phrasal verb. Okay. See in which context the phrasal verb has been used, and by reading that sentence, what comes to your mind, that what is the meaning, you have to write down the meaning of that phrasal verb in your own words. And I suggest you children that for that work you can use a dictionary also. Okay, and if you can write down one sentence by using the same phrasal verbs, that is also great if you can do that. Okay. Now, noun phrase. Read the following sentence. See, I took out a small black tin box. Now, in that sentence, 4 words are written in italics. Now, what are the 4 words? Small, black, tin, and box. The phrase in italics is a noun phrase. Now what is the noun here? Box is a noun here. Yes? Now why box is a noun phrase? It has the noun box as the head word and 3 adjectives preceding it. Now before noun, 3 adjectives are given. Adjectives are the quality of a particular thing. See, small, the box was small, black, and is of tin. So small black tin box. Okay, that's why it's a noun phrase. Now see page number 19. Now notice the order in which the adjectives occur. It always happens same. It remains same. Now what is the order? Suppose if you want to give 3 or 4 adjectives to something. So there is an order in which you can write the adjectives. What? First of all, size. Like small, color, black, and material, tin. Small black tin box of which it is made. Now we rarely use more than 4 adjectives before a noun, and there is no rigid order in which they are used. Yes, like there is no compulsion, but fine, if you can use in this way, it's good. Though there is a preferred order of modifiers, adjectives in a noun phrase as given below. Now children, see the table given below. Okay, it is very important for you to understand. First of all, determiner. Always a sentence starts with a and the. Then modifier. Okay, is the opinion or feeling, like nice, lazy, beautiful. Then comes to size, shape or age. Then color, then material, and at last the head word will come. Fine. Okay, now from the given table, we'll try to make a complete sentence. Now see the 4th point, children. The table below contains a list of nouns and some adjectives. Okay? Now 4 nouns: elephant, case, building, and water, and a number of adjectives. Now use as many adjectives as you can to describe each noun. You might come up with some funny descriptions. So it's an interesting assignment, children. You have to add as many as adjectives to each of the given noun. Okay? But it should be relevant. It should be meaningful. Fine. For example, elephant. Now we cannot say circular elephant. We cannot say striped elephant. We can say enormous elephant. We cannot say multicolored elephant. No. Round elephant. No. Cheerful elephant. We can add cheerful. Cheerful elephant. Wild elephant. Chubby elephant. Large elephant. Medium-sized elephant. Yes? In the same way, face. Circular face. round face, cheerful face, chubby face, medium-sized face. So in this way, children, it's just an example. In this way, you have to do all the 4 given nouns. You have to add as many as adjectives as you can. So that's it, children. Now what we have done today in this video, we have seen the phrasal verbs and noun phrases. Also the order in which you can use the adjectives. If you are using more than one adjective, what is the order of using the adjectives? Okay, and then the 4th activity you have to do. Fine, children. So that's it for today. See, this is the assignment, page number 18 and 19, question 2 and question 4. That's it for today. We'll meet again in the next video. Till then, take care of yourself. Have a nice day.